the Gospel of Matthew and looking at the last week of Christ's life. We call it his Passion, and this is where it starts with Palm Sunday. John, as a matter of fact, over the half of the Gospel of John is spent on the last week of Christ's life in that Passion, over half of that Gospel. The other three Gospels we call the Synoptic Gospels because they give a chronology. It's more chronological as far as the life of Christ, where John focuses more on the deity of Christ, where the other ones provide more information as far as the history of what he did. But we arrive at Palm Sunday in the Gospel of Luke, and this is where Christ enters Jerusalem on a donkey as being worshipped, or not praised as a king. I need control. There we go. And then we have the Last Supper. This was the Passover, but we call it the Last Supper because the last meal Christ had with his well, actually, it wasn't the last meal he had with his followers, because one of the appearances, he sits down and he's actually cooking for them. But anyway, this is where they're celebrating the Passover, and he is betrayed by Judas Iscariot, of course, and he's arrested in the Garden of Gethsemane. And from there, he goes to trial and appears before the Sanhedrin, and they don't have the power to condemn him to death, so they send him to Pilate and say that he's an insurrectionist. Well, that sounds familiar. But they say that he